Hello and welcome. This is part 6 of Community Service, an Onyx Path premiere game of the brand new Trinity Continuum Aberrant 2.0 rules system. I am your host, story guide, and general producer, Kyle, and I'm really looking forward to today's game. We've got some really cool stuff set up in mind for you all. So, this is Community Service, a 10 to 11 part weekly 2-hour event that starts at 10 p.m. Mountain every Tuesday from now until the end of the year. We did have a break for the last 2 weeks. Thanks for bearing with us, and we are looking forward to getting back into it. Now, you can usually find me in podcast land, where I put out 10 to 11 podcasts a month. Tavern Tales Jr., Morty's Devils, the former Fangirls and Fangirling, and all of that can be found at www.taverntales.ca or wherever you would normally go about getting your podcasts. I'm really excited to have people in chat tonight. So if you're there, I would love some of your help, because we are about to go right into a government building. And I would like to know how the nondescript quality of this building is screaming government building to everyone who walks past it day in and day out. And once you get inside, what kind of art installations are on the main floor? What kind of weird government art is put out on display and funded with public funds? And what kind of vehicles are in the parking garage itself? So with those questions percolating in your minds, we will now dive into some words from our sponsors. Onyx Path has released Mummy the Curse, the 2.0 version of the classic World of Darkness supplement book that I know I have read cover to cover when it first came out in 2013 after it was revamped from the 2001's Mummy the Resurrection, which I also happen to read cover to cover. One of these days, I'm going to have to play or run a Mummy game, because I've owned those books and read them and never done anything with it. But in order for that to happen, you need to get in on the Kickstarter. There's only 15 days left, and it's sitting at just almost 200%, and I would love it to get higher than it is right now. Back it today at Kickstarter.com. And with that, let's turn things over to the players.
Hi everyone, I'm Velvet. I'll be playing Isabella Sterling, like the Silver, obviously the moral compass of the group. And you can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, as well as playing Kyle's better half on Flight Risk. And you can also find me on Fangirls, Stories of a Broken Sun, Morty's Devils, and I think that's it for now.
Hi, I am Nat. I am the host of the Meta Machina podcast, along with the Halo Raylo podcast, if you're into Star Wars, and Ray and Kylo. I am playing Ash. You will know me as the person in the bar that you can't quite tell if they're a vampire or not now, because, I'm pretty cool looking. Not like this in real life, just, cool looking. But yeah. Welcome to the show.
Hi, I'm Carl. You can find me on Twitter as RPG Carl. You can find me lurking around Twitch as Just a Carl, and I'm also on a Onyx Path Aberrant game. I'm sorry, this is Aberrant. I'm also on an Obscurum City of Mist game called Obscurum on We Are Nerdsmith on Wednesday nights. Sorry. Tonight I am playing Leonard Upton. This is our first time back after a 2-week break, so we can start Act 2. I'm very excited. This is going to go straight into some drama, it feels like.
Hi everyone, I'm Paige. I'm known as a human, but I don't know. I forgot my Twitter handle really quickly. It's there, D&D Paige. It's above me. I had to look at my screen to see where it was. 2 weeks of a Broken Pages intro. You can find me obviously here on Tuesdays and Mondays on Straticus Academy. I'm really excited because I get to talk to a lot of people who have relation to Jess, the college athlete who got in trouble for drinking a wine cooler. So very excited to get this going.
And
hi everybody, my name is Sarah. You can find me on Twitter at RNL. You can find me here on Twitch at Ars Mythica. I am playing Samantha, who is a archaeology doctorate student who got in trouble for nearly killing her best friend in a car wreck where she was drunk.
What an intro. Yes, all of you have had some very bad things happen to you that has led to this set of hours of community service. 2 hours of actual community service are under your belts, and then a whole bunch of terrible things have happened that has resulted you to now suddenly be in a limousine, a stretch SUV limousine, the 6 of you with 2 other individuals, the mayor of Los Angeles herself, Nancy O'Greer, and some sort of federal type agent named Scott Blaze. Scott Blaze wears a pair of sunglasses, and he wears a suit jacket, and it has a pin, the likes of which is that blue, yellow, orangey red symbol, very masculine symbol, as we discussed last game, right there that Carl is pointing at. Well done, Carl. You are all in the limousine, and there are drinks there. There is a bar that's very much apparent and available to you. The privacy screen is up so you cannot see the driver, and Nancy O'Greer is the last one to get in. Her assistant closes the door, does not get into the vehicle, and you start driving away. Nancy looks at the 5 of you and smiles. That was awfully trusting.
I just go straight for the bar. What's in there? Just mini bottles or like an actual like crystalware with stuff in it?
You tell me.
I'm going to say there's probably a bunch of mini bottles in there.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I'm just going to snatch them up and sit back and go, hey, yeah.
Do you just grab a random assortment, or do you grab an
Yeah,
entire
whatever.
row of something?
I aim for the stuff that looks like whiskey. Yeah.
Okay, all of the amber-colored liquids.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I'd say there's some glasses, and there's a bucket of ice there as well, but you've helped yourself to just the bottles themselves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Nancy doesn't say anything, neither does Scott Blaze.
I feel like Jess is just still, because she had brought her burger and fries
That's right.
with her. She's probably just eating them, like staring at the like adults, like, okay. Like just sitting there staring at them, like waiting for them to make the move.
Isabella will also partake of the spirits, but she'll go for the vodka. And she'll just make her movements very slow, very purposeful, because feds respond to movement. And she will just be staring at Leonard because she's already designated him as the one to talk to the authorities.
Yep. Perfect. Onyx Path would like you all to know that there is also a bottle of Tabasco sauce that is sitting in the bar itself as well. So I'll further delineate that there are all of the fixins to make the best of Bloody Marys.
I'll toss it at Izzy silverware over here.
Silverware?
Along with whatever clear bottles I ended up with. There's just some gin in here, Bombay Sapphire. I accidentally grabbed one of those. Here you go. Make yourself a cocktail.
How has my toxin immunity affected my hangover?
You do not have a hangover. And you cannot get a hangover. And I don't even think you can get drunk, to be honest.
Oh man, I was gonna say that's
Anti.
the coolest superpower, but no, not if you can't get drunk too.
I mean, you can definitely start to feel the drunkenness take effect, but I think that because you have this high-end resistance to toxins, that most of the time you wouldn't even need to make a roll, and the times where you would, the likelihood of success is pretty high. So I don't know, we'll have to get there when we get there. There is not enough alcohol in this minibar for you to do it.
Might as well try.
Fortune favors the infamous.
The car takes a right. Oh, darn, I was hoping everybody would go like this at the same time.
I would
Oh,
keep
wait, it's the last.
I'll keep a mental note of all the directions we turn just in case this goes south.
Sure. I mean, you can definitely see out the windows. They're black tinted and whatnot, and it is coming into the evening here in Los Angeles on this very crazy day. There's smoke in the air, definitely as you're driving down the roads. A lot of the lights are out, and the street lights are flashing if they're on at all. There are cops at some intersections, but not all of the intersections, as you seem to be heading to downtown Los Angeles.
Miss Mayor, the fancy car. Where exactly are we going?
Oh, to our offices.
Oh, okay, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Why?
She looks at Scott Blaze, who looks at her for a moment, and then he shrugs, and she says nothing, and then Scott Blaze, and I will get into character for Scott Blaze.
Gator.
I really hope he's also wearing those headphones.
Yes.
Like he's an actual aviator.
Oh, the Fed came out. Huh.
Come in. Yeah, no, I'm hearing you. Scott Blaze, these sunglasses do not look typical. There is something definitely very strange, very robust about these sunglasses. You have not seen the eyes behind the sunglasses at all. And you cannot either. They're covered from the sides too, as those proper like motorcycle style glasses would have the leathering around the edges of the sunglasses. And Scott Blaze says, what accent should I try? What European style accent should Scott Blaze have? Maybe United Kingdom accent.
Are you gonna do like a Steven Seagal, like playing
God.
some character in an Eastern European funded movie? As
Could you
something's going on right
imagine?
now?
You're Steven Seagal? No, I would. I don't
Just
even know I
kidding.
could do Steven Seagal. I'd have to be extremely like prejudiced and sexist and.
I've never heard anyone stump Kyle.
So, yeah. Does Steven Seagal have an accent?
The Steven Seagal accent.
I'm the cook. Yeah, that's like the only quote of his I know.
Do arm locks have an accent?
Yeah, I'm a master of Aikido. Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
sure. Yeah, okay.
Governator.
You all have been summoned here, and I'm very pleased to have you here. I am Scott Blaze from Project Utopia. You have not heard of this, no?
No.
Have you ever met an alien? I watched the X-Files once. I had questions. I don't know. Okay, all right, never mind.
He does seem to have a stonewall expression when you say, "Have you met an alien?" You may attribute whatever you want to that. It is not clear if it is a yes or no, unless you have some sort of superpower you wish to import and impose in this moment. While
I
you're
can't read
drinking.
minds, but
I kind of can. I'm gonna try it.
Given that I'm green, I'll just go like this.
Is that we could not see that on the Twitch stream. I only saw half of your hand.
Oh, it was the Vulcan thing.
Okay, I was like, you just held up your hand.
I get
If
that
not
reference.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Carl, what are you doing? What is Leo doing in order to determine whether or not Scott Blaze has ever seen a alien?
I don't know. I'm trying to find it in my stuff.
Okay, then we'll move on while you're looking that
Okay.
up. We can always come back to it while you're looking that up. It will bear relevance to the moment of the scene.
Do my mom and dad know I'm here right now?
Yes, we've called ahead. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, we have called ahead. Now he's
Which-
Dutch.
Shoot the glass. What the fuck?
Clearly, he travels a lot.
Yeah, we've called ahead. And, significant others and people of import will be here to speak with you after you're done all of the testing and things.
Testing?
Yes,
I didn't bring a number 2 pencil.
those will be provided.
Wait.
I don't think it's that kind of testing. I think it's like, the
Like-
silver probe type.
It was gonna be the probe.
The probe. Yeah.
Like I haven't even had a colonoscopy yet. Like I really don't think this is like the right thing.
No, not this sort of thinking. This is the wrong line of thinking. How do I say this?
What's the right?
You are all special.
Yeah.
And I work for Federal Bureau of Investigation, as well as a subgroup called the Project Utopia. You have not heard of this group. It's very quiet, very charitable organization. We are moderators of special people, individuals like yourselves. Recently, there has been large explosion.
Yeah, we noticed that, it was kind of pretty obvious, but
No, not this meaning of explosion. I mean, like, lots of, like babies after Second World War.
oh, okay, boomer. What?
Yes, that thing.
I see. All right, I got it.
Something like this. So yes, there is many people of ability. Before, less. Now, more. You are part of more.
Does that mean we have to do community service anymore?
So Nancy then says, now it's funny you should say that. The limousine takes a hard left. and and Nancy says, so you're all beholden to the city, of course, still for your transgressions, and we would not want to misuse that. But I feel, and I'd like to have a discussion with you, maybe after you've had a chance to speak with Project Utopia regarding what they're about and what's going on. But I'd like to have a discussion with you all about a more appropriate way to manage and to handle and to deal with you all in ways that might better suit the city's needs.
Well, Nancy, deal sounds pretty, I don't know, ominous.
I really wasn't meaning for that to be super ominous. It's just that picking up highway trash or reading to old people, not really something that would best fit the abilities that you all have displayed. And
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah.
You're good. We're good.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear.
So reading to old people's off the table.
Sorry, Leonard.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I just don't see it as being a necessary. I just feel that you would be better suited helping people.
All right. We even brought our own old person, but cool. Okay. Yeah. How?
I can't sign anything in blood because my blood is acid.
What?
Your
Like
blood
in
is acid?
Aliens, where
Is
it goes through the floor, acid?
Yep,
That's
why I'm
relevant?
green.
Sweet.
That's really
That's
useful.
cool.
I have a weird hand, but I can't melt things. So, yeah. Okay. What do we have to do? Because I am vastly late for practice.
Yeah, so we will bring you to the facility. You will have discussions with scientists and service rep and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Are you going to pay us for this? Like, is this a transaction thing, or is it just like, you're special now, you belong to the government, I'm going to give you Wolverine claws, that kind of thing? What's going on here? All right, I get you're not in charge. You're just like one of the guys. And then I'm going to just open another bottle and be like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep until the next time I got to talk to this stiff.
So maybe what we can do then, if you are insisting that we take all of these tests and become like beholden to this organization, then maybe you can knock off some of our sentences in exchange for us being cooperative.
The mayor says, sorry, you knock off your sentences?
Not the whole thing, obviously. I mean, at least shorten the length of time that we would have to serve.
You have 200 hours of community service. You don't feel that you need to do 200 hours of community service?
I feel
I
that
think she's
we're
saying-
going into government testing now, and there needs to be some kind of compensation for that.
Oh,
I kind of feel like the stuff on the plane and all those people we saved is worth some overtime.
Yeah, Magma Dude is like a good
Overtime.
20 hours.
overtime.
Time and a half. There's labor laws in California, right?
You understand that this is community service. This is the time that you are allotted to serve the community for the crime that you committed.
But like risking our lives is not the same thing as reading to old people, unless we're reading to an old murderer.
Oh, I see.
But
Are we gonna risk our lives? Oh,
I mean,
No,
we did just
I-
jump on a burning plane.
Yeah, we
We
totally
did.
already did.
Yeah.
I
Right,
know,
like
but
twice.
like I didn't know if we had to do that again. God, okay, all right.
So you feel that
Cool.
doing different things is worth more time than doing other things?
Yes.
Yeah, like picking up trash that's 200 hours of picking up trash. I could see that as a service to the community.
Right.
Or, save a couple people, maybe do some things that are physically threatening to our well-being. That could be worth double.
Why wouldn't
Yeah,
an
what's the
hour of
exchange rate?
saving people be an hour of time served?
You pay a doctor more than you pay a
Right.
electrician.
But once again, you're putting capitalism into this, and you personally owe 200 hours of community service as punishment and penalty for what you did. And you're trying to commute down the hours of service by if you would like to go back to picking up trash, by all means. Well, I just feel that the city could better be served by you with these abilities that you have presented to us today.
I mean, as a resident anarchist of this group, I gotta say, like, transactional nature of justice doesn't really serve here. I'm just somebody that happened to, like, my fist suddenly grew light. Hers, like, silver, yeah. And then people dying, exploding into flame. I don't know. Like, we're in a weird situation, and we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that you guys are in charge, right? I mean, you're flexing right now. We're gonna go to this facility. Some scientists are gonna poke us with needles until they figure out what's wrong with us, and then, like, I'm assuming our community service is gonna get commuted, but you want us to do some sort of mission? Who's in charge here? Exactly. Is it the president? Is it God? Is it an alien? I don't know. I'm just curious.
When you say who is in charge here, the mayor and the FBI agent, they look at each other, but they don't say anything, and then they look back at you, and as you finish out your statement, the vehicle comes to a stop. You are in a parking garage.
Cool. This is where you get murdered. All right.
Like the underground parking garage of a large building downtown.
On that note, I would like to use Revealing Read.
Sure.
It's a mega edge to guess what someone is thinking or figure out their secrets.
And that's what you were using in regards to finding out if Scott Blaze knew about aliens earlier, or have you moved on from that?
Well, that or who's in charge, because that seems like it might be related if it's an alien.
Look at Carl. I want both, he says. Please pick. Is this in regards to the question I asked earlier, or is this in connection with what's happening right now?
I don't really care whether or not he thinks he's met an alien. So who's in charge?
Cool. All right, what is a check that you have to make?
Serves the target and makes an empathy cunning roll with the difficulty equal to the target's composure.
Cool. The difficulty is 2. But who are you checking against? Are you checking against Nancy O'Greer, or are you checking against Scott Blaze?
I think Scott Blaze. He seems to have a better. He's the new guy. He seems to be the strange thing in this situation. Like the mayor picking us up in the mayor's limo, taking us to the mayor's office.
Yep, absolutely. Your
All
difficulty
seems relevant.
is 2.
All right. Tens explode, reroll.
Sure.
Okay. Oh, reroll tens. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Pop off.
Holy shit.
3
Sorry.
successes turned into 5 successes, and I have
Whoa.
mega
That's
cunning
30
one.
again.
Uncover all the secrets.
And you've got Mega Cunning.
Yes.
Does that shift your scale?
Yes.
Cool. So you've got 10 successes.
Okay. Yes.
Well, let's see. Well, you got 5, right? But you needed the 2, so you had 3 over and above that you needed. So that's 6.
Correct.
So that's
Okay.
6 total successes.
Okay.
What would you like to do with those successes?
You apply difficulty and then you apply scale.
Well, yeah, you have to actually succeed
Okay.
in order to get a success, right? So
Okay.
if your difficulty is 2, you would have had to at least get that threshold of 2 successes in order
Very
to
good.
get past it. Once you've passed your threshold successes, everything else will come to bear. So you have 6 total successes that you may use to spend on stunts and other things.
Actually, I don't, because I have a maximum number of successes equal to the Nova's mega cunning, which is 1.
Ha! Well, there you go.
With
Wow.
1 success, the Nova learns a single superficial fact or surface thought.
Sure. That's easy enough. Scott Blaze is not in charge.
Okay. He's not thinking about who's in charge?
Well, he knows he's thinking about the fact that he is not in charge.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep. He
Looking
may
for
be
the
in
smoking
charge
gun.
of you, but he is not in charge. If you felt like you didn't get enough there out of that, he doesn't feel like he knows he's not in charge of the whole thing, but he may be in charge of you. If that
Lots of
helps.
people are right now. Okay.
Cool. The last comment that was made before we did the read was in regards to getting stuck by scientists with needles and whatnot, and that's at which point the doors. Scott opens the door and gets out of the vehicle.
That's not ominous. All right.
I guess not. The other side is opened by the driver, so both doors are open out onto the parking garage.
Ladies first, I guess.
I get out and light a cigarette, and I'm putting bottles in my wherever they fit.
Yeah, I'll get out with my hamburger and fries, which are getting cold, but I'm still munching them. And I'll get out next to Ash and be like, "You got that hot sauce still?" And like kind of offer some of my fries up in exchange for some hot sauce.
Oh, like not hungry right now, but thanks. And I'll like just shove fries in my face.
Yeah. I can
How
tell.
many bottles are stuffed into pockets of your community service overgarment, Ash?
Like 4. It's probably like really shitty scotch, like not the best. Somebody in a limo would drink it, but you know,
Cool.
you take what you can get.
Sarah, as Samantha gets out of the car, can you describe the parking garage for me?
It's dark and cold. It's cement and it's underground. There's flickering lights. You hear that buzz from a fluorescent light that's like kind of going out. There's not many cars down here. When you get out, you can hear the echo of your feet.
Cool. And Isabel Sterling, you're the last in the vehicle?
I will have gotten out, and I am sticking with Ash and Jess because I need a strong front line.
Yeah, stick with me.
Did Leo describe getting out of the vehicle or not?
Oh, I was saying ladies first, so I guess I'm getting out last.
That would be the truth of that, wouldn't it? Yeah, except for Ash, who's very much just straight up vampire.
I sparkle in the fluorescent lights.
Awesome. You really do. Leo, when you get out of the vehicle, you see off in the distance, like, maybe 50 feet away, a big set of elevator doors open up with a ding, sending warm, radiant light into the parking garage. Nancy O'Greer has not gotten out of the limousine.
Well, I didn't vote for her, so let's go.
I love it.
I'm looking down into the car. Are you coming?
Oh, no. I'll meet with you all in the morning.
Right. All right. Okay.
Anytime I've ever told anybody I will see you in the morning, that didn't happen.
That's drunken sincerity.
I mean, we are going to her offices, right?
Are we? I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm gonna need a contract. My last name is Sterling, like the silver, not like the plastic.
Yeah. You're not a spork. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. Let's go. The elevator looks great right now. I'm gonna die in there probably.
Probably.
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
Can you
I love it.
even die?
I'm
now?
lighting
I
a
don't even know.
cigarette. I'm literally lighting a cigarette and just walking towards the elevator.
Are we all
That's
just
perfect.
still hearing Samantha in our minds as opposed to our ears?
Yes. Yes. Always.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm really sorry I called you Satan, Samantha. I kind of thought you were for a moment before I got a silver hand.
It's fine.
You don't look like Satan. It was purely because you could talk in my head.
Have you met Satan?
No,
How do
I've
you know
seen
I don't
him.
look like Satan?
My mom and dad showed me a lot of imagery of Satan. It was like how not to go to hell imagery. It's kind of the family I come from.
I'm sorry.
Thanks. Yeah. So yeah, you're not Satan. Do you want any more fries? I'm about to dump this plate out here since I don't have to pick it up. It's not the highway.
No, I say just dump it.
And I just literally this plate, just chuck it as I walk into the elevator.
You see a garbage can off to the side.
I chuck it as I walk into the elevator.
Yes. Definitely.
Jess has given up.
Absolutely. And Leo, you're still... the picture in my mind is that you're still back there, last in the group, looking at the car, looking at Nancy O'Greer holding the car door. What do you do?
I guess I'm going to shut the door and follow the group, but I would also like to look around and see if my spectral vision can tell me anything more about where we are.
Sure, you're underground.
Okay. Is the ceiling above us a material that would block radiation?
Not really. I don't know how far through you'll be able to see, though, because it's a lot of thick concrete to support the building up above you and whatnot. But you see all the electrical. I mean, it is like you would see for a building, a standard building downtown.
Okay. so it doesn't feel like we're going into like a maximum security prison or something. It feels like a office building.
Exactly.
It's not a trick.
No,
As
there's
far as I
no
can tell.
Admiral Akbar involved in this at
Okay.
all. The SUV, once the door is closed, it starts back up and it starts to turn to drive away to head back up the ramp to leave.
All right. Damn kids.
Scott Blaze is standing in the elevator itself. There are no buttons on the inside of the elevator.
I'm going to flick my cigarette out into the fries and just be like, we're going to die.
Yeah, probably. Why is there no buttons on this elevator?
Yeah, there's no need for buttons.
Why is there no need for buttons?
Because the men who are watching us on the camera, they will send us to the right floor.
Oh, so should we smile?
We could all pose for a selfie with it, just like.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, are they gonna take the photo and send it to us?
I don't know.
I think it's going to, like, our phones are going to be deleted as soon as we don't have phones, but if we did, they'd be deleted.
I mean, I still have my phone. It's kind of a brick, but.
Yeah, your phone is definitely bricked.
Yeah.
Oh man, I left my phone back in the locker, which is also where I left my car. I should probably get that.
Leonard, I think there's your concerns are low on the priority list of the fact that they're gonna collect that stuff and they're gonna brick it and bank it, and we're gonna go into some underground facility in Colorado and they're gonna keep us there for the next 200 years until, like, I don't know, the nukes stop. I just, yeah.
The elevator's doors close.
I feel bad for them then. It's not my car. Jackson's going to be mad.
And you feel the elevator rise up into the air. Not like ridiculously fast, like it's going somewhere super, super far. And the doors open very quickly, suddenly, into the main floor of this building. You can see the windows. It's all glass exterior and whatnot. It's a tile floor. It's very nice, all clean. There's a janitor, like the waxing vehicle with the spinning thing that's out there, but it's not on. There's no janitor in sight. It's just sitting off to the side. And there is some great, cool California, Los Angeles modern art in the foyer. If anybody wants to describe that for me, what they see when they walk up, that'd be cool.
Is that chat or us?
I think that I'll leave it to you, as chat was not forthcoming with that. So that's up to you now to come up with that modern art if you want to.
It looks very strange. It's very strange. It kind of looks like a marble, like squiggle shit, where it's just like, woo, this weird marbly looking, but it's like not marble. They went string for that. It's just like,
it is. It was like some lady in her 40s decided to have a midlife crisis and made that.
Yeah.
She found a tutorial on
funny.
Pinterest.
Inspired by what her dog left behind.
Yeah.
Samantha thinks it's beautiful.
Across from the squiggle, there's a bronze sculpture of the thinker, but he's on the toilet trying to figure out what the squiggle is.
Nice.
Okay.
Vaporwave.
Looking at the bronze statue, looking at the fake marble painting.
It's okay, Leonard. It's not your style. We understand.
What the hell is it?
It's modern art.
Looks like someone had a midlife crisis.
You haven't been to an art room lately or an art gallery, have you?
I'm sorry, just it keeps slipping off the top of my to-do list.
I'll take you. I know a bunch. I have no idea what the work actually is, but there's free booze.
Yes, there is. I know this for a fact.
Right.
Scott Blaze walks between the two pieces of art and heads down another bank of elevators, and this time actually pushes a button.
What we doing, Scott?
Going to the offices?
Is this the lobby?
Yeah.
Oh.
We do not own the entire building.
Are you the only person here?
Like on this floor? Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
How far up are we anyway, like setting wise? When I look out the window, what do I see in terms of a Los Angeles skyline?
You see the street in front of you. You're on the main floor and in the lobby of the building.
Oh.
Is there a coffee shop in here?
If there was, it is closed and all because remember this is the weekend, so the weekend of a massive nasty event. So it's
nobody came to us today. They turned into aliens.
Exactly.
So
Just hoping for some Starbucks.
maybe after we'll get lucky. But what do we have to do to get out of here? I would really like to get this over with. So probe away. Let's get this. What's going on?
Yeah, Mr.
Yep,
Blaze.
preferably
where
no
are we going?
probes.
Let's.
Preferably.
The elevator arrives. Ding. The doors open. It looks like a regular elevator of normal.
Oh, good, another
elevator. Mhm.
Just gonna get on the elevator.
Get on the elevator.
Yep.
It takes
Just
you,
gonna get on.
It takes you up, not all the way to the top. Let's say this building is 24 stories. So which floor does it get off at, Paige?
Wait, how many? What's the max?
24.
Shy of my lucky number. 12.
Oh, okay, halfway up. Yeah, I love it. So gets off at the 12th floor, and it opens up to bear a very blank wall with a number sign and an arrow pointing to the right. When you look to the left, the elevator ends. It doesn't open. There's no door on that side of the hallway. There is a door to your right, and the number is 1213. He says, this way.
Is this the Winchester House of Office Buildings?
What? I did not get reference.
I actually didn't get that either. It's okay. I'm drunk. All right, let's follow this one person that showed up with the mayor into this like 13th floor situation.
Cool.
We're all gonna die.
Well, you saw what happened when we resisted.
I didn't actually. We didn't even try. We were at the lobby. Come on, guys. I thought you'd rush him and like we would storm. Never mind. Okay, all right.
Scott says, I am not Russian. And he waves like an RFID card at some sort of like round metallic bubble plate. And you hear a door unlock from the magnetic plates. And he swings open a glass door that has frosting on it. And inside there is, the first thing you're greeted with is a wash of noise, the sound of clacking on typewriters, the sounds of people talking on phones, the indistinguishable sounds of printers printing things, and general din of an office environment. As he opens up the door, there isn't a reception or anything. There's just like a bunch of rows of cubicles and desks and places for people to sit, high-tech monitors, tons of displays, and a bunch of people working very, very busily at these desks, typing and doing things. And Scott holds the door for the five of you. Come in.
Is there a mixture of men and women in this typing pool? I'm
Absolutely.
just asking. Okay.
50% men, 50% women, all manner of
Non-binary.
races, creeds, societies. It's just a din of people to begin with.
Okay.
Okay. I
don't
will
understand.
follow.
I don't understand why all these people are working. I mean, the coffee shop's closed. Why? This is a government building. Like, government's like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Why is everybody working right now?
It might have. Go ahead.
No, you, by all means. Scott does not say anything initially.
I was gonna say, like, there was an explosion in the sky and a plane crashed in the middle of suburban Los Angeles. I think there's probably a precedent for people to be working on a Saturday. Just throwing that out there. I'm not trying to be like,
So
but in like
all-
some random weird like government office, this many people.
they got
like,
called in to type.
Yeah.
working for the government's shit job, man. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do it.
Except you are right now.
Oh god.
No, I'm not here really. So we're all good.
Should we take the booze from Ash? Ash is very drunk.
I don't know if Ash is drunk or not. I think the likelihood is very slim that Ash is drunk at all. But Ash is definitely able to use that alcohol to Ash's best effect, right?
I mean, yeah.
I love it. I am totally picking this up.
Being incompetent is a superpower. You just haven't utilized it yet, guys. Okay?
So Scott Blaze says, the asshole is correct. Would you all please come inside?
The asshole.
Did you just call Ash an asshole?
You know they have a name.
That's the most
It's
accurate thing
pronounced
that
Ash.
they've called me yet. You know, it's fine. It's cool. I'm used to it. Let's proceed with this, like, whatever the hell they're gonna do to us, and then if things turn sour. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. I really think you'd be an ashhole. An asshole.
Yes, thank you.
But
An ash can, an ash.
Ash can. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, they really
Blaze.
didn't
Sorry.
dig deep on that one.
So many missed opportunities there, Scott.
Yeah. He's still holding the door.
All right.
Yeah, I think we all walked inside. But we don't know where to go after that, so we're kind of waiting by the door.
It definitely
Is there a
seemed like
conference table?
there is not. There is. It's very busy. There's lots of things going on. There's conference rooms. There's tons of people in boardrooms and whatnot. There looks to be, at first blush, 50 plus people in this area. And he takes you to the left and around, and it looks like he's taking you away from other people. There's cubicles now that you're walking past that have nobody sitting at them, that are empty, personal pictures and stuff sitting on there. There's one that has a bunch of Superman gifs that are printed out and tacked to the cloth walls of the cubicle itself. As you go around the corner, and you end up at a very different sort of area than you were in before, and there's a gentleman in a white lab coat standing there. Describe this gentleman that you see for me, Velvet.
I feel like they've got the Mr. Fantastic vibe going on. Like they have the short brown hair with like the white streaks on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. How tall are they, Paige?
Sorry, I have to use my non-dominant hand to unmute myself. So it takes me a second.
You can feel free to leave yourself unmuted. I don't think you're making a ton of noise.
So I would say a solid 5'9.25".
It's very specific. I love it. 5'9.25". You
Optimal
size them up
scientist height.
immediately.
Yeah.
They prone to overweight. What's their weight type like there, Sarah?
Athletic.
Ooh. And what has he got on underneath that lab coat, Natasha?
Definitely a sweater vest with a tie tucked in.
Cool. And if there was one word to describe him as soon as you saw him, Leo, what would it be?
Lazy.
Cool. Does anybody have a name for Lab Coat Fantastic?
That's his name.
Well, that's what Isabella Sterling is going to call him, but what is his genuine name? You had one?
I'm going to name him Oswald.
Oh, I love that.
Cool. I like Fitzpatrick. I haven't gotten to add anything to this other than his gender. So Oswald Fitzpatrick, Dr. Fitzpatrick. He refuses to have anyone call him Dr. Oz. Okay. So Scott says, I will be here monitoring, but I will leave you in the hands of Dr. Oz.
What?
No.
What?
No, that's no. Hi, I'm Dr. Oswald Fitzpatrick. You can call me Fitz if you'd like to. Yeah,
I'm having a Fitz over your name.
Oh, well, thanks. Yes, so he pulls up a pair of sunglasses on his nose, and he says to you, let's drop people out. Everyone has bounced around. Now I will move everyone around while Dr. Fitz says, so some strange things have happened to you today, hey? Your body swapped for sure?
Strange things have happened today. Yeah, I got it.
I mean, meeting the great Dr. Oz, that's definitely like the top 10 weird things for today.
I don't doubt. I don't think there's no need to take the mickey out of the situation here. I know that. I mean, I haven't heard all the reports or seen everything as of yet, but I've been assigned to you for the duration of what this is going to be. You probably have a lot of questions, and hopefully I can offer you some semblance of answers. If you'll just come with me.
Yeah, answers is great. Let's do this.
There's a nice room that has some couches and a couple of chairs, and it has a nice view of the skyline of downtown of Los Angeles. You can see a bunch of the other buildings nearby. The sun is setted, more or less. It's pretty dark outside, though. And Dr. Oswald Fitzpatrick says, make yourself comfortable.
Hey, say, Doc, I don't think we were really that interested with the scenery and sitting around and being comfortable. I think we were wanting to, kind of get this over with.
Get what over with?
I don't know.
Probing? Why would I probe you?
That's what you do to people like us, right? You do the probe.
I mean, you do have to check if the Tin Man here has a heart.
What's this whole Project Utopia thing?
Right. Okay. That's a great place to start. I mean, I'm not in marketing, and I know that the customer service rep will definitely want to talk to you about what Project Utopia does and how we service mankind and how we can be helpful. But I'm really just here to answer your questions about the things that happened to you today. Did no one say?
No. We thought we were coming here for some kind of testing.
Well, they're definitely testing. I'd like to know what your level of your abilities are and what you can do and maybe how much you could lift if super strength is something that you've acquired or whatnot. I mean, that's really kind of my jam.
I can do that.
Yeah, and I'd really like to have a closer look, maybe take some scans of your hand, because that definitely looks like it was part of your eruption.
Eruption?
Eruption. Maybe that's a great place to start.
That's a horrible terminology. And then I just pass out on the couch again.
Okay. What term would you prefer for it? I mean, that's generally the common parlance that's been that has gone around in regards to a novice displaying their powers for the first time.
Maybe like superhero puberty. I don't know.
Debut.
Yeah.
That's an eruption, though, right, Jess? I mean, like.
But like
puberty.
eruption sounds like really gross. It sounds
like eruption. Let's just say it.
It kind of does.
Yes.
It does?
But,
It's really matching the symbol right now.
So this has happened before this. What's going on? Like,
Yeah, throughout history, there's been it's happened quite a bit. And you were just it seems to be happening at a greater scale in the last little while here. And unfortunately, it seems like something has triggered yours, either latent or pushed upon you. I couldn't tell you which.
What do you mean it's like happened throughout history? Like,
you know history,
been
right?
nova eruptions for the last couple, at least documented for the last several thousand years, and Project Utopia has been around and monitoring that and working with governments across the world to kind of orchestrate and ensure that their lives are kept under wraps as much as it can, to not interfere with society's common day-to-day interactions.
Wait. Can we rewind a second? What kind of eruptions?
Can you rewind a second? There are some novas that can.
What's a nova?
I mean, kind of superpowers, if you want to term it that way. It's a state of humankind where they've advanced beyond. A nova gene has activated in your
who's
genetic
Nova
code.
Gene?
Who's Nova Jean Grey?
It's not a person, Leo. It's a genetic thing.
I knew a Norma Jean.
Marilyn Monroe. I don't know. So, like, when was the last eruption historically? I don't know history, but I want to know when the mutants came to town. How'd that work out last time?
Yeah, where's Professor Xavier?
Seriously.
So I feel like you're taking the mickey out of this situation, and I'm here to. I'm just a scientist, and I'm just here to quantify your benchmarks and to determine what the scope of your abilities are.
Okay, let's just get it over with then.
Great.
Testing.
Yeah.
Commence.
We're talking about our puberty and how we're late bloomers and shit, but like we could just I could just punch a wall and just punch a wall.
Apparently you call people in on Saturday to type up a storm because you're here to save the world or something, and there's this thing called novas that erupt, and you think that we erupted, and we've never heard of them.
You seem to be very focused on all of the people typing. Is that something you would like to talk about?
Is that about us?
Not specifically, but not exclusively.
Are they typing about us?
Not in no small part, yes, but you are not the only people that this has happened with today. Los Angeles is a large city, and this has happened elsewhere as well. And we're getting reports that several of the prisoners that were across the street from you also exhibited an eruption.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I just saw cars just going in directions that weren't supposed to go. Yeah, I don't know. Like, can we just get this testing over with so that we can get like some fresh air? Because this building's making me kind of like
drunk.
nauseous. Yeah,
Huh.
It's just there's no moving air in here, and the fluorescent lights are giving me a headache. What's going on?
I can have those muted, and then the lights mute in the room to a more of a tolerable, more like a lounge sort of environment. There may be the lowest of decibel played light jazz suddenly playing in the room, and there's a breeze suddenly flowing in the room itself too. Does that suit your needs?
Yeah, intensely. Thanks.
If I just prove I'm super strong, can I go home?
I think there'll be several other people you'll need to speak with, but I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get you out of here at a reasonable hour.
Okay. Here, just tell me to pick up something, and you can see I'm super strong, and then I can move on to the next step of this process.
Can you pick up me?
Yes, absolutely. And I was like, I just go and pick up Ash, and I'm like, I could have done this before, Ash.
I know. I just wanted you to do it. It's cool. Awesome. That's
okay.
Oh wow,
That's
I'm
you
really
back
high right now.
You're like 5 feet up. I'm like,
This is cool.
oh, okay, I'm gonna put you down now.
You could have said that before she picked you up.
You know, I haven't partaken today, but now I am.
Well, that was really an interesting dynamic that you've shown amongst your group. I feel like the 5 of you have developed an ability to work well together. It seems. Do any of you know each other from before today?
No.
No.
Interesting. Okay. So, players, this is what we're going to do. Dr. Oz is going to take you one at a time off to do testing. And if you would like to then describe the scene for me, the testing is all on your character's decisions to do whatever you want to do. There is no probing. There's no laying on of
Aw, damn
there's
it.
no blood tests. There's no, they in fact won't even touch you unless they want, like, you want to have, like, you want to have something to display your superpowers in the touching thereof. So if you, whatever you want to do to display your superpowers, the scenes are up to you. We will start with Jess, since she was so eager to go home, and we'll work clockwise around the Twitch stream. So it'll be Jess, then Sam, then Ash, then Leo, then Isabella Sterling, and I'll put that in Zoom chat so you all know what that's going to look like. And the scene is completely up to you to describe and display what superpowers you put on display for Project Utopia.
Okay. If it's the same scientist,
It is.
I'm just gonna be like, what don't you care about here?
Oh, I care about everything.
Okay, well that's not gonna help me. You gotta make a sacrifice here.
I have to make a sacrifice? Oh, do you have some sort of resurrection ability?
What is there's like a computer next to me, I assume, right?
Sure.
Like everything's backed up to your weird scientist cloud.
Yes. He says
And
no.
I take my hand and just like straight through without like any effort. And then I pick it up and like it's just on my hand, kind of like, okay, it's not.
He says, we haven't gotten to the testing room yet. Come with me. The doors open on this room, and Paige, it's whatever you would like it to look like for Jess to like perfectly express her Nova state and the superpowers that she has.
It looks kind of like one of those indoor track like fields, like kind of like, you know, I'm like, oh, sweet, this is just like home. And I just take off around it and do my like super speed.
Perfect.
Which is not the word of my superpower, but it is a thing I'm doing right now.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right. And I look over for anything that's like heavy. And
Oh yeah, something heavy's there. What is that heavy thing?
Well, it's a thing of weights, like a shelf, like a small shelf of weights. And instead of just picking up the heaviest weights, I just pick up the whole shelf.
I love it.
And I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of sorry for this. And I just chuck it.
Cool. Yeah, it goes right through the wall, and you feel like you hear a whistling of air from the building, and it like you believe that it like. Do you go over and check it out?
Yes, I do go over and check it out.
Sure, it's landed on the street below, and it's crashed and shattered, and there was like a cab there, and people are looking up.
I'm going to assume that there's like kind of like the barbell, but the standing like squat one, and I just kind of like take it and I drag it in front, trying to hide the hole, and it like doesn't work at all because it's mostly empty space. And I'm like, I wasn't planning too well, but you can see I can do things now, and I have this thing. Yeah.
Okay, well, Fitz stands there and he's just smiling the whole time, and he says, "That was amazing. Very impressive. Anything else?"
Um, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought that was enough for you.
He's
Okay.
such a fan.
I can just do things really awesomely. I'm really good at multitasking, and I just am like
Interesting.
rubbing my stomach and doing this at the same time.
How complicated can it get?
Have you tried this recently?
Fair. That is pretty complicated.
I'm
But
actually quite surprised I just did it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
but what if we were to say, put some math textbooks in front of you, as well as say some musical composition? Or do you study music at all?
No.
Okay.
Uh,
How about a book? Is there something you're currently reading?
No, I go to practice and then I come back and I work on my schoolwork and then I go to practice.
Okay.
So I do a lot of running.
How about your favorite book? What's your favorite book?
I haven't read a book because I've wanted to in literally years. I did just read one on micronutrients that my coach gave to me. That was interesting.
I see. How about a simple thing then? I've got a page here of algebraic equations, as well as, if you could, with the other hand, look up in the yellow pages here, let's just say a random person's name, say Leonard Upton, in the white pages here. If you could just look that up while you're doing some algebraic equations for me. And when you turn back around, there's a table that you didn't notice before, and it has a chair and a bunch of math papers on it, as well as this white pages for you to read through. Your character may have never seen a white pages before.
Probably as like a door stopper,
Yes,
at some point. And Jess is like, okay, I didn't realize this was considered a superpower. Cool. This is a little redundant. I have Google for this. And I like start doing the math and like flipping
Estoy grabando.
over really quick.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. And you do both of those things at the exact same time. When you look up, the wall that you destroyed, it's not there anymore.
Okay, what are you doing? That's weird. I definitely did a terrible job of patching that up.
What do you mean?
The hole. The wall.
Oh, you never put a hole in the wall.
I'm not high anymore.
Correct.
And I'm not drunk.
Nope.
That would make you a dirty liar, I think, but...
And also, when Jess looks around, she sees, like, you're standing and there's, like, literally a big track. It's a lot bigger of a track than you possibly could have run around inside a building.
Okay, I might be high right now.
You are assuredly not high.
Okay, then what are you doing?
At present, we are currently assessing your abilities. The only way we can do so in a safe and secure environment.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. And I'm like, I can show you something else.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And I go over and I pick him up by the ankles. And I'm like, so what are we doing right now? I want to go home. And he made me do math and look at a big book.
Well, I'd like you to speak with the customer service rep. Is there a reason you're really manhandling me right now?
I'm lady handling you, for one.
It's just a term.
Two, yes, but language is the beginning of society. So I'm going to redo this right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really mad because I got interrupted in my meal and I haven't gone to practice. And I know my coach is going to be really mad at me. And I have a weird silver hand, and as if being a super athlete in college as a woman is not enough, I now have this. So what is this weird room? And can I go home now? And service reps are the bane of my existence.
Okay. There's a lot to unpack there. There's just a few more things we'd like to discuss at Project Utopia here. I definitely am trying to come across in the most equivocal way. I am also a Nova, and there are several of my counterparts and colleagues here. You're in a specially created room that allows us to manipulate the structure of it. Have you ever seen Star Trek?
No.
Okay.
My parents said that was like devil space.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. I have not eaten
so
nearly
true.
enough calories to starve off the sugar load that I have. I eat a lot of calories in a day, and I think I need even more now. I'm really. You just kind of
Surprised
like
did not
sets
get it.
you down gently, like rolls you down. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Let's come back to the testing then down the road and see what other
Okay.
abilities may still be latent within you, or you may be aware of it. We're just not able to get to right now. Thank you for putting me down. I very much
Okay.
appreciate it.
I'm really
I
sorry.
would ask as well that you really don't do that again. It felt very antagonistic.
It kind of was. I'm sorry. Do you have more food here? I think I probably like need a lot more calories. than
Let's
I
get
have.
you back to the others and see about getting you a sandwich or two. Sound good?
Okay. No mayo though.
Okay.
It's very important. Low-key allergic.
Right.
Yeah.
To
okay,
the
cool,
oil
thanks.
or the eggs?
So oil sometimes it like seeing like the gif of the penguin and it's like a woo woo and it's like rubbing its stomach. That's me when I eat some mayo that's not like good mayo
Okay. So
or fried food.
sandwiches.
Miracle Whip.
Ooh, yeah, no. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so blood sugar low. Okay, cool. And like it's like walks back towards the door.
That's great. You return. The next person up here is Sam. Sam, why don't you describe your scene for me as you enter the same sort of room that Fitz has generated, and you basically subconsciously provide the clues and pieces for Fitz to present you with opportunity to show off your superpowers that you want to show off.
Okay, so I go into the room. Do I notice that the room is different, or does it just look normal to me?
Initially, it looks normal.
Okay. So, I mean, my first power should be pretty obvious. Like, I'm speaking in your brain, right? Because that's what everyone says.
Right, yes. I was aware of that. It's not in my brain. You're actually speaking subharmonically and causing the mandible and the bones in my head to vibrate with the sound of your voice.
Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I can also, apparently I have like a brain power that I can blast things with.
Sure, why don't you show me?
I'll try to activate the quantum attack stunning mind bolt and try to, I guess, knock a vase over or something so that it'll fly off of a shelf.
Sure.
And I'll just...
Yeah, the vase explodes. Chunks of glass embed themselves in the drywall of the room. Fitz smiles, nods. Very well done.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, that's my most impressive stuff, I guess.
Interesting.
I can apparently see the future.
Really? Can you prove that at all?
I don't know how it works.
That's fine. That's fair. that's not something we can explore that later. I mean, having this ability and the ability to read a room and whatnot bespeaks of a potential increase or heightening of your intelligence. Do you feel potentially smarter than you were to start the day?
I mean, I was already pretty smart, but I guess yes.
Right, yes. I mean smart in a scale shift, not smart as in just a step up. I mean smart as in you could. I mean, there's like, do you see that calculation over there on the dry erase board?
Yes.
And when you look, the dry erase board was not there before.
Interesting. So you have powers too.
Well, not just me.
I see. So this isn't a normal room.
No, it doesn't appear to be a normal room. How can you tell that it's not a normal room?
Because that wasn't there just a second ago and it is now.
Anything else?
I'm going to look around the room. Is anything else different?
Well, you tell me, Sarah, how does Samantha discern that this room is not what it appears to be? Because Samantha is brilliant and very good at discerning things. So how does Samantha show off her hyper intelligence? Because you are maybe one of the smartest people in the world, like top 3 at this stage with 3 dots of mega intellect.
Yes. Yeah, she's just gonna put the pieces together. Like, this room looks bigger than it does on the outside, and there's like the arrangement of the room in relation to the building. Everything just seems a little off.
Is it a real room?
No.
What is it?
This is like a holodeck.
But a holodeck
Like,
is still
you
a
are
room.
projecting an image of a room into my mind, perhaps?
Now, this is just Fitz saying this. Don't put Project Utopia or anybody else behind that. But you tell me, Samantha, am I doing this alone, or are there other people involved?
I'm pretty sure there's more than one person involved in this.
Interesting. Great. Was there anything else you'd like to show me?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Perfect. If there's anything else that does come up for something you're capable of, or you feel like you might want to explore further, I am always here to work with you if you'd like to further hone, develop, and explore your abilities.
Okay. Is that it then? We're free to
Perfect.
go now.
Well, not free to go, but yeah, let's head back to the room, and you can enjoy a sandwich if Jess hasn't eaten them all.
I'm good. I had a burger.
She's definitely eaten them all. Checking for the mayo first.
Okay, like, what, Paige? If I said there was 40 foot-long subs there.
Well, now it's a challenge. Jess has run a lot today.
Jess is multitasking and speed eating. I love it. Yes. Let's move on to Ash. Fitz has this gigantic smile. You can see that Scott Blaze is he's kind of there too. He wants to kind of see what's going on with Ash, given the sort of character and sort of the attitude Ash has had. Scott's kind of paying attention to you Fitz comes over to pick you up from the room. Not physically, of course.
I'm gonna be entrenched in this couch watching this LA sunset, hopefully.
Yep. Sure.
It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I feel like can I smoke inside this building?
Yes.
Sweet. All right, I'm gonna light a cigarette, but I'm gonna pull out my spliff cigarette. I'm gonna hand it to Jess. So it's legal in California. Go ahead.
I get tested. I can't do that. And I have
Sam.
sandwich
Sam, are you? Izzy, you want this?
I'm good, thanks.
Isabella, definitely down.
Oh yeah, Sterling. have some of this. Yeah, this is great. All right, let's go.
Do you offer it to Fitz at all or no?
No,
Okay.
that's a cops.
He looks disappointed. What do you do with it if you don't?
Sorry.
What do you do with the remainder of it?
I give it to Izzy. Izzy is
There we go.
smoking it. Yeah.
Okay, Fitz looks disappointed.
Mhm.
Would you like to do this? He says.
Yeah. Let's go.
Lead
We're
the way.
having fun. Stumble my way into whatever room there is.
I love it. Just stumble
Mm-hmm.
into the room. Yeah, you describe the room.
It looks like to me it would look like a blank white room with nothing inside of it.
Perfect. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very tall ceiling, like much taller than you expected it to be.
It's panels. It looks sort of like the Matrix scene where Agent Smith is like, Neo.
Yes,
Yeah. Cool. Great.
I love it. What do you do?
I would like to find a place to sit down, but there's nowhere to sit down. So I just kind of like walk in the room and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Like, you want to see my superpowers?
That would be great,
That's so cool.
isn't it?
I've got superpowers. So can you believe it?
I know, right?
It's just-
It's pretty heady
Like,
stuff. It's hard to deal
How
with.
does it even work? I don't know if it's really hard to deal with. It's kind of actually nice.
Oh, okay. What's nice about them?
Are you my therapist?
Not in the slightest. I'm just a scientist here to help you figure out what you can do and how to help you do it better.
Okay, well, we're gonna have a conversation about superpowers.
Okay.
Do you notice anything different about me? Do I look
Yes.
different to you?
Absolutely. Your transcendence is showing. That's what that's called.
What?
It's a symbol that shows that an individual has ascended beyond being just simply basic human, that you have transcended humanity in some capacity, and there is a physicality to that that is now being revealed, and it's showing that you are apart from the rest of humankind.
Transcendence.
Yes.
I like that. Like, is that where like people got the ideas of gods from?
I mean, you could definitely explore that if you'd like, but what are some of the things that you can do now that you've erupted?
Please stop using that word. That makes me so uncomfortable. I've never erupted in my fucking life.
I understand.
Sorry.
Way to use it again. We should take notes. We're 6 games in, and Natasha's used our one F-bomb 3 times.
I'm the PG-13 right here.
Right here. I just can't wait for Carl to drop it with Leo.
Yeah, he should. I feel
Please.
so bad. I've like denied him every time.
Have to get into the fire.
I want to like be like, can you see me? And I will use my cloak ability.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. I can't see you at all. You have
Are
completely
you lying?
vanished. No, I'm not lying at all. If
I'm
you'd
gonna
like-
walk around him and like tap him on the shoulder like I'm a 3-year-old making a prank.
He definitely jumps and he says, like, no, I'm being very honest with you. I cannot see you at all. And you can see that one wall of the room is actually a mirror and you are not visible in that mirror.
So I am a vampire. It's so cool. I haven't tried sucking blood yet. I'm not gonna do that anytime soon. I really think
Thank
that's
you.
kind of that's kind of dumb.
I mean,
Anyway.
we could definitely make that available to you if you felt the need.
No, absolutely not. Like that's
Excellent.
not on my list of things to do.
Okay.
Do
What
you
else would
have
you like
anything
to
that
do?
I can? Do you have anything I can punch? Because I
Tons of
really want
stuff.
to punch something right now.
What's something that you'd really like to punch?
My dad.
There's not an image of your dad, but like a standee of your dad, but it's like made of metal.
This isn't her
And it's got
therapy.
like a bar, and you can like punch your dad in the face and push the bar as a way, like, and he's this,
That's just like, how did you make my dad in that? Is it just like it appeared all of a sudden?
you turned around and maybe you it could have been that it pushed out from a section of wall or something. It definitely didn't just suddenly appear before your eyes.
Okay. So I am like, as that happens, I will sober up to a certain degree and be upset in that order of, and then I will punch that standee into the wall behind it,
Yes.
hoping to break through it.
Oh, yeah,
So-
absolutely then.
Quantum attack.
You don't even need
Like,
to roll. This is just a
legendary.
scene describing of
Yes.
it. And if you want it to go right through the wall, by all means, it goes right
Oh,
through the
yeah.
wall.
I just want to go punch through that into a wall and hopefully not hurt my friend here, whoever Fitz really is. Who knows? He's probably an alien. I don't care. I'm just mad. And yeah, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to, like, if I can go through the wall past that,
Yep.
it would be even cooler to have a little bit of a into that.
Absolutely. It goes right through the one wall, right through another wall, and you see a bunch of like nerdy guys sitting at desks suddenly leap up and look around like, oh my god, sort of attitude. And as the face of your father comes careening into the room itself.
Cool. I'm like, sorry to disturb your coffee. All right, let's wrap this up.
That was very impressive. Is there anything else?
Not that I'm aware of. I just happen to do things on a basis where it just happens. So, like, can we like is there a regular structure to this whole prison thing that we're in right now?
Prison?
Like, are you gonna feed us meals? Are we gonna like be able to talk to the public? What's going on now?
Well, we had Subway brought in, eat fresh, and yeah. So, is there something else you'd like? Is that what you're asking after? You're not required to be here.
Can I just leave?
Yes, I would really like it if you wouldn't. I would like to have an opportunity to help you figure out what's going on with your abilities, how to measure them. There are definitely individuals here to talk to about how to interact with society and how to go forward with this. Your faces are everywhere right now, Ash.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Like, you're all over YouTube, and having a group of people, a society like Project Utopia, to be here in your back corner to help. I mean, we could definitely put you up for the night too. And
I'm gonna see how far I can get before you guys rope me in, and I'm literally going to, after I dust off everything, I'm just gonna walk down the emergency stairs that are nearest the elevators.
okay.
And that's what I'm gonna do. And you can come get me. You can do whatever you want. We're not gonna have a fight about it, but I just want to see how far I can go. All right,
Fitz says to you as you turn to go, he's like, if you're more than welcome to leave, no one is going to chase you down. You can head to those stairs. You can go right out onto the main street and figure things out yourself if you want to.
Cool.
We would just like to have an opportunity to help. I've been through this myself. I have several friends who've gone through it as well. And we have resources that we can make available to you, if you'd like.
That's very caring of you. And I keep walking.
Okay. Leo, Fitz comes back into the room, looks really sad, and Ash does not come with him? Or does Ash come back to the room? What's up? What's going on with Ash there? How does that scene end?
I'm going to just go sit in a stairwell and smoke a cigarette. That's what's going to happen.
I love it. Okay, cool. Ash is sitting in a stairwell smoking a cigarette. So Ash does not appear. And Fitz walks up and says, Leo, would you like to come with me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I should just address it. Ash may have left. We don't have.
I'm not leaving.
We don't. So
I'm gonna look
Fitz
around
says,
for
Fitz
Ash.
says, no, it's fine. Ash is having a sit down currently in the emergency stairwell. I don't know if Ash is going to go forward with leaving entirely. Ash might have a good chance to talk to a friend. If one of you happens to be a friend to Ash in this room, that would probably be really appreciated by her. But Leo, let's check on your superpowers.
Yeah, check
Leo.
on Leo.
Right.
So let's do
Leo-
that scene, and then we'll come back to the Jess and Ash moment in the stairwell.
Thank you.
All right. So Leo goes into the weird training room or
Cool.
testing room.
It's weird. How is it weird?
This is modeled after something from his subconscious.
Or conscious?
Or
it is
conscious.
what you're expecting it
Okay.
to look like.
Then when we walk in, it looks like a lab room, but it looks like a lab room out of the 60s. Like lots of beakers, lots of apparatus with lightning arcing up. And Leo just turns and looks at him and says, "All right, Doc, so how do we do this? How do we get started? What do we do?"
You tell me. What do you do?
Oh, okay. Well, normally I drive a cab. That's sort of my thing. I'm sorry. Do you mean today?
Yes, I meant what capabilities have you exhibited since you erupted, and would you like to demonstrate them?
Okay. All right. Well, a couple of times I've seen someone hurt, and I went to help them, and they got better.
How
And
so?
well, I'm not sure.
Were they
but the
cut?
other people
Were they
said-
bruised? Was it an internal injury?
Yeah, all of those things.
Oh, excellent. Do you think you could cure a broken arm?
I perhaps.
Well, one of my colleagues here, her name is Jackie Snockram. She recently fell in a skateboarding accident. And please don't tell her I told you that, because she doesn't like to let people know that she skateboards. But do you think you could heal that?
Sure, I can
Okay.
try.
Awesome. He looks away briefly for some strange reason, and then there is an individual at the door. It is a 5'3", bubbly, little type Filipino woman, and her name is Jackie Snockram, and she's like, "Hi," and she's got a bright neon pink cast on her wrist, and it looks like she has a medical kit full of needles. Thank you, chat.
There's Jackie. I like it.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm being impolite. My name's Leonard Upton.
That's nice. I hear you can heal me?
I can try. Would you mind?
Not at all. She sits at one of the desks.
We may need to get the cast off.
She pushes a whole bunch of the Bunsen burners and the beakers out of the way. Slaps the arm down on the table. Do you think you need to take the cast off, says Fitz?
I don't know, but so far I've only done it when I can see what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. So you need to see the bone in order to heal the bone?
I don't know. Should we just try it?
You might as well.
All right. And I'm gonna try to heal her, but when Leonard tries it, instead of like laying hands on and seeing it regrow and stuff, they see lightning arc out of his hands and hit two different places on her arm, as if making a connection like an arc welder.
Cool. That's what literally Fitz says. Kyle says it, but Fitz says it too.
Okay. So the cast probably kind of lights up with the electricity, with the energy.
Is she healed?
I don't know. Do you want me to roll it?
Nah. This
Okay.
is an exhibition of powers.
is the wound, is the injury condition less than maimed?
Yes,
Is it, like, injured?
absolutely.
Okay, then yes.
Perfect. Yeah, then she's all healed up, and she rips the cast off, moves her arm around, and she's like, "That's amazing!" Gives you a really big hug. "I like you,"
yeah.
she says.
Thank you. Right back at you.
"Okay, goodbye." Fitz
Yeah,
says,
have a nice...
"That lightning,
Yeah.
does it only heal?"
Oh, no, I guess not. I hit somebody else with it, and it didn't help them.
You want to display that for me?
Sure. And he looks around at the big standing like arc lightning Tesla device that's sitting in the background, and he puts his hand out towards it and shoots a bolt of lightning at it.
Yeah, describe that for me.
It lances out in the speed of light and makes a crack noise as it cuts through the air. It's absorbed by the device, whatever the Tesla coil device is.
Wow, that was impressive. Very impressive, actually. I reading on the scales here. That's a lot. Anything else?
Well, I don't know how relevant it is, but I can see Ash, and it looks like they are deciding to come back in, and I'm peering off through the wall.
With your superpower of seeing through walls?
Yes.
Okay. A thread of smoke just rises up.
I love it. This is amazing. I'm very impressed. The ability to see through walls to the degree that you've seen, and the fact that you've foretold that Ash is coming back, that's very impressive, Leo. Very impressive.
Well, that's more like reading the person than like reading the future. I wouldn't be that impressed.
And how old would you say you are, Leo?
Gosh. Yeah, it's funny. As you get older, you got to do the math each time.
Mm.
I guess I'm about 56 this year. I know. I look older.
You do.
I've been getting that more and more lately.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, if there's nothing else that you have to show me?
Oh, sorry, 66. Yeah.
Kyle's making a note, but of course Fitz doesn't have any paperwork. He doesn't take notes. He doesn't do anything. He just looks at people. He just wears a lab coat and looks awesome and kind of lazy. I hope I'm bringing out the lazy. I really hope you all sense just how really lazy
That's fantastic.
lab coat fantastic is. Cool.
I find the best innovators are the ones who don't want to do any work.
Absolutely. All right. So I keep getting caught up in these little side scenes exploring superpowers. So Velvet, why don't you take us through Isabella Sterling's display, then we'll do this scene between Jess and Ash.
When she walks in, if this is how we're expecting the room to be, it's like a pretty zany, very Danger Room-esque contraptions. There's like those spinning mannequins that they use for martial arts training. There's like some random lasers that don't actually seem to be hitting anything. They're just kind of there as a light show.
Yes. Fitz looks really surprised by this. Interesting. What do you have to show me?
Well, and she just kind of gestures to the fact that she's green and has very bright red veins.
Right. That's your transcendence showing.
And just to drive home the transcendence point, she'll blow her kind of green vapor breath in like little rings, like the caterpillar from Alice.
That is very interesting. Does it relate to any of the abilities that you have that you can do?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Is this it, or?
Excuse you, Dr. Oz. We're not
I
all
don't
great and
know.
powerful wizards.
I mean,
If you're gonna
the...
give me sass, I'll just click my heels thrice and be out.
No, I'm not trying to give you any sass. It's just you're a very magnetic and a very charming and charismatic person, and I don't know if that's who you were before your eruption or not. So, is this the case? Are you more than you were before? Do unwanted attention suddenly come your way? Do people stand up and take note of you in ways that you did not notice before? And also, there's a lot of things to hit and punch and kick in here. Is that are you telling me that you'd like to hit, punch, and kick things?
No, I just watch a lot of movies.
Okay.
And I think I was this charming before. Maybe people just take notice a little easier now. Maybe
Okay.
because I'm green.
It's not easy being green.
It's not. All right, but from
It's
what
an
everybody
actual
else
base
told
hit.
me from these little trials, I guess we'll get started. I can regenerate.
Oh, interesting. Would you like to demonstrate that or not?
Sure.
How would you like to demonstrate it?
I guess just I'll recreate the car scene because Isabella doesn't have a great sense of self-preservation. So maybe just have like some kind of like big piston just come out of the wall and launch her.
Sure, car comes out of the wall and just smashes into you.
I just like the first time I'm assuming it ragdolls her across the room.
Sure. Describe for me what happens next.
So she's pretty vulnerable. I think it's a pretty grim sight. And then after a delay, like when a honey badger like fights a cobra, they pass out for a couple hours and just get back up. There's just like some snapping and like some gross squelchy sounds. The sinew like sews back together, and then she just kind of gets up with like a jumping T, like ta-da.
That's impressive. Very impressive. I feel like you could do more too. What else is it that you'd like to show me today?
I'm poisonous, and literally not in the way that my exes say.
What does that mean?
I don't know if I don't know. What can they manifest organically? I'm assuming they would not be pleased with me using their scientists as guinea pigs.
Okay. Can you show me that?
Who's your least favorite employee?
Can you show it to me not on an actual person? Perhaps on a ballistics dummy or something?
Okay.
Just provide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they'll have like those really intricate ballistic dummies they do for like those shows where they test stuff, and I guess she'll just do a Wolverine. She'll just like sink her nails.
What does she
Because, I mean-
say? What sort of sounds come out of her mouth when she does this double Wolverine claw attack thing?
I think it starts off with a giggle because she's like, "Oh, I'm Wolverine-ish," and then it turns into like, "Ew," because she's like knuckle deep in gunk.
Knuckle deep in gunk doesn't sound.
That's just the title of her memoirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my 80s funk band title right there. Well, if more is to occur with Isabella Sterling, I would love to get into it, but we only have about 15 minutes left, and there's all these NPCs that we've been I want to import and bring in. So we may end up just doing the one scene, but I would really like to see what happens with Ash when Jess walks into the emergency stairwell, while everybody else gets in costume for the scene with Jess's parents.
Mm.
Yeah, did it go well for you? It didn't go well for me.
Yeah, so Ash makes it down to the second stair level, or past the one that I'm on, so probably like 11, and sits down, smokes a cigarette. You are, I'm assuming, fumbling down at some point.
I have super speeds. I feel like I could just like.
You just like bang right next to me, and I'm like,
Just to set the scene before you get into it, though, as soon as you enter the stairwell, Ash, the lighting dims to that level that you wanted it to be at before, and you feel a breeze on your flesh.
okay, all right, that's great. I'm gonna say aloud, like, can you turn on the disco lights and turn a little like lower lighting? Maybe a little bit of music, more up the volume on that. Can it? Does this happen?
Nothing happens.
Oh, okay. All right. So Jess is next to me and I like smelling of fries. Like I do too. We had our late night Taco Bell run, kind of what happened. You and I are just dealing with the situation right now. And I am like, Jess, we're not. I'm afraid we're not getting out of here alive.
That's pretty dark. Not what I expected when I came down here.
Yeah.
I brought you a sandwich. And I had like come down with like a sandwich for each of us. I'm like, I've been eating a lot. Do you want...
I'm really glad that you're eating and that we are going to eat together. Let's go back up and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean, you're basically a Twilight vampire, and I have a weird silver hand, so they might have the answers for us. But if it gets really weird, I promise to punch one.
Yeah, if you want to help me punch things, I'm right there with you. We're going to punch our way through God. That's my plan.
Don't tell my parents that.
Well, you know, I heard all that stuff about Satan, and I gotta tell you, like, in the actual canon of the Bible, Satan kind of is in the right. Like, God's a great person, but Satan exists because you have to have somebody that questions the narrative.
Yeah, between you and me, I don't actually believe in all of it. My parents really do, and I was raised with it, and I had to go.
I'm glad you don't, but ideologically, if you ever want to talk about Satan, I'm right here for you. I'm your girl. Your
person.
boy.
It's cool. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just want to get out of here.
Yeah. No, I'm cool. Let's go. Yeah. And I like shepherd Jess up the stairs and try not to be so weird.
Do you want me just to like get us up there?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, do you prefer like the fire person? Like over
Can you pick me up again?
Like, do you want to be like this or like that? Okay, and I pick up. I'm like, okay, well, you have to hold my sandwich. I didn't finish it, and I'm like,
I'm gonna feed it to you if you want me to.
I mean, like, yeah, like this is kind of strange, but I'll take it. And I like pick Ash up and carry them very much like over a threshold style and run up the stairs really quickly.
Yes, bridal carry. Whoa, I feel so special right now. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'll feed you your sandwich.
Like, it's not like a good like amount either, so I'm like
it's like shoving it in your face like wedding cake style.
Okay. That's adorable.
Sorry,
I'm so impressed that the two of you went back upstairs instead of just going off downstairs and into the sunset together. But nonetheless, I'm taking it. I'm keeping it. It's mine. You came back to the room. So there is going to be a scene with a customer service rep, but that is going to happen next game. This game, there will also be an interaction with a bunch of relatives that have appeared in this building. You're sent off to another room where a bunch of your family members are waiting for you. We will not know if Jess has said yes or no to joining Project Utopia or taking on any sort of acceptance of their assistance in the meeting out of the rest of her 200 hours of community service that she has available to her. We'll find all of that, not next week because Paige can't make it. So tonight, instead, we're going to jump to the scene where we're at the government building, where the 4 most important people in Jess's life are suddenly there in the aftermath of this attack. They've been called in by Project Utopia to have a conversation. There is a Project Utopia rep that's there available to help. There's all manner of scenery chewing devices that if you want to drink stuff and throw glasses and smash your fists into walls, you set the scene for what you want. But in community service, one of the things I wanted to do was give all of my other fellow player character actors the opportunity to play the important NPCs in the others' lives. So we are going to subject poor Paige to all 4 of the important people in Jess's life. So here we go.
Question, is this like right after, just because we're doing some things where I can walk in with Ash in my arms?
So that scene will happen at the start of the next.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
With the community customer service rep. Ash won't be part of this scene. Because this is Jess walking into a private room with the 4 important people in Jess's life. So let's do that, shall we? It's Judith, right, Natasha? I've got the name, but nothing else. Okay, there we go.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Jesse, darling, what's going on?
I have a silver hand now. I can do things.
Why?
What do you mean you can do things?
Like I have a silver hand, and like I look. I'm assuming this is like a small table type thing, and it decorative paperweight glass kind of thing, and I just go and crush it, and like I can do things.
Oh, Jesus, Lord, have mercy on our souls.
Was it the underage drinking?
No, the one.
What have you gotten yourself into?
Well, I did think I was really high for a second, but I ended up not being really high. But not that I did drugs. I thought it was like in the air or something.
You did drugs?
No, but no.
Oh, Jesus is not gonna like this.
Dad, I didn't do drugs, and like Coach, I didn't do drugs. I promise. And I don't know if the agency cares if I did drugs.
Honey, why are we got called in here to this government building? You know, oh man.
Yeah, when you got the hand, did they let you pick the color? Because silver's fine, silver's great. You're so good, Jess, but maybe a gold would have been a little nice, we're shooting for the gold standard.
What?
Oh, I didn't get the option.
The Olympics called. They need your hand back. Gold would have been the best way to go.
I feel like I've really set us up for a bad PR situation. I cannot switch it to gold. We can maybe paint it, but like I can't do it myself.
Listen, it's okay. You know what, Silver? That's for the underdog. Still appreciate you. We can always upgrade later. And even if you did something, even if you got into the that old devil's cabbage, that's fine. Everybody loves a story of redemption. We can spin it.
But like I didn't get into the devil's cabbage. I didn't touch anything devil. I promise, Mom, Dad. I really didn't. I did think Satan was talking to me for a second, but they really weren't talking to me for a second. I'm really sorry. I'm really freaking out. I've had like 6,000 calories. And
I knew the devil was talking to you, honey. I knew it. I sensed it.
What are these people
all
talking
this
about?
Distance.
You're not thinking of keeping that thing, are you?
Like, can't cut it off.
He's not going to cut her arm off. It would unbalance her while running. Come on.
Thanks, Coach.
And all these ratings we're getting for the gauntlet, that's fantastic. That might even go in front of the Wheaties on the Wheaties box. She's not losing the hand.
Do I actually have to eat Wheaties?
No.
Nobody eats Wheaties.
Nobody eats Wheaties.
Good, because I really I know I have to eat like a lot of calories now. I can run really fast, but now I have to eat like a ton of calories. I have to make sure they didn't put that mayonnaise on it. Like I told them, you all know I can't have mayonnaise like that.
How fast can you run, honey?
Like really fast.
Like, you think you could win the Olympics fast?
It's like, yeah, I could win the Olympics, but I don't know if they'll let me compete anymore.
You know, there's probably no. Sorry, I'm not doing a Southern accent, but you definitely got me in there.
I'm tearing up over here. You know,
Stuart.
I've always wanted a child who was an athlete, that was an Olympian.
Oh, don't worry.
This is
They'll
a
let
gift
you.
from Jesus. God
Jess!
has blessed you. Jess.
Stuart.
Jess,
I'm tearing.
they're not gonna dope you. There is no doping that's gonna happen. You're gonna be good. You are good to go. You can run that mile.
I can run
I
more
am
than a
so
mile.
proud of you. I am so proud of you.
My baby's gonna be an Olympian.
Like, Dad, it's a lot of pressure right now. Like, I'm still in college. I'm still trying to like get good grades.
Honey, you know the Olympics, if you were to win the Olympics, that would just pay for all of your schooling.
You really think so?
I've been praying. I think Jesus did this.
You
You
know, I think that your mom might not actually have gone through college, right? Is that what's going on here?
My mom.
Yeah.
What? Oh, of course I did.
Are
Oh,
you
I'm
talking-
So sorry. I'm
Are
so
you talking
sorry.
smack
I
about my
didn't-
wife?
Oh, you know,
I think we're getting a
I-
little bit off topic. I think we need to focus on the important thing,
Yeah.
which is Jess's success.
Yeah, Jess's success is the most important thing. And so, Jess, if you actually need to pass your classes, we have plenty of tutors in line for you. But I'm just going to say, like, Jesus and Satan don't factor into any of that. And as your coach, we're going to go hard all the way to state, okay?
Well, screw state. We're going to win the World Olympics.
No,
What is
I
wrong with
mean,
you people? How can you say
You
Jesus
are-
has nothing to do with this?
Martha, I'm with you. I think Jesus most definitely wants this success for Jess. And Jesus most definitely wants the 5% commission of that success that will go to the Golden Agency.
This is a lot of pressure.
I gotta agree over there.
Now,
Sweetheart, I just want to know if you're happy.
I have a metal arm. I've
You
eaten a
don't
lot-
look happy.
So happy.
How do we give it back?
Martha, you're just going to have to let her live with this metal arm until she gets that gold medal.
Yeah, I don't know. This happened really quick, and a lot of things. I jumped into a plane.
You jumped
So-
into a plane.
Yes, a burning plane today, and they are still making me do community service, and I can't read to old people. They said that's off the table. I have to go do things and save people. And they got really angry earlier, and I know that I did something bad because I hung someone by their ankles. And
Oh,
Why
my
would
baby
you do
girl.
that?
I had really low blood sugar. I had only had like 2,000 calories. I think with all the running and the lifting and the tossing that I really needed more like 6,000 to like 10,000. I haven't really come down to exact science. I don't know if they really have a nutritionist for someone like me, but we should probably find someone.
Yeah, it was a breach of our university contract to keep that girl in calories. We apologize. I don't want to lose my job. We're going to be okay. Like, seriously. Olympian athlete right here, silver.
Yeah, I'm with your
Okay.
coach here. I'm
gauntlet.
agreeing.
The gauntlet. Do you
Like, we
ever
need to-
hear
you know-
a name like that?
You know, we could get a sponsorship from Subway,
Oh,
and maybe
my
they
God.
could just like keep
You're
you
thinking
in
small.
calories.
You're thinking small. Subway, we're going to be thinking about like bigger sponsorships because of the fact that she is like, I don't want to say this.
You
but
mean like the
she's-
melting pot? Oh man.
Fondue. Yeah.
We could just keep
Mhm.
her loaded up in
Darn.
cheese dip till the end of the world.
I would probably have a
yeah.
heart attack if you feed me only cheese dip.
I mean, that's calories, though.
You don't
can
actually
get
have to
3
eat it. You just eat it on
calories from,
camera.
this. Mhm.
Okay.
No, you can
Just
dip,
dip
them,
your
them
arm
little.
in the cheese.
You can get them little wieners and you can dip them in the cheese.
Cheesecake Factory too. I mean, really, there's like 3,000 recipes on that menu, and she can have 400.
Those are protein. That's some protein.
Are we suggesting hot cheese with Vienna sausages and cheesecake for my diet?
your
No,
arm
the little
go in it.
wieners, like the smoky ones.
I haven't
The
really
ones that's,
tested that.
all smoky.
Listen, you're a
You
star. You can
should.
eat whatever you want now.
Okay, well, the
Arthur,
burgers
you all right?
were really good.
Anyway, this is not a conversation we should be having right now. We should be concerned about Jess's health. Jess,
Lead us not into temptation. Why are we talking about money? This is ridiculous. We should be talking about Jess's health.
exactly,
Thanks,
and
Mom.
her wonderful career.
Listen, in our
That's
current
ahead of her.
political climate, you need
Oh.
money to have good health.
That was oddly progressive of you, Dad. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, yeah, thanks.
Well,
Mom,
you know, after the last time we talked and you told me that you was in some kind of community service thing, I've been going to some meetings at the community college. There's this hippie man. He's been teaching me some stuff.
I'm really proud of you. Mom, do you have like gum in your bag? Like,
Oh, yes, of course. I also have some certs and some Tic Tacs.
can I have like a little bit of all three? Like, I've eaten some really weird things and I have like terrible breath right now and I'm really stressed out. And like, I apparently have 198 other hours or something. And they made me look through yellow pages or white pages. I don't know what the difference is, but they made me look through things and do math. And like, it
Why
wasn't
didn't they
even
let you do the Googles?
I don't know. They're really backwards here. They had typewriters and things.
Typewriters.
Yeah. It wasn't
I
even
ain't
for a
seen a
grade.
typewriter in years.
Here, sweetheart, I have some certs, but if you're really that hungry, I've got some leftover chicken too.
Like, yeah, I'll take the chicken followed by the Tic Tacs, just because like
okay.
my breath has been like burgers and fries and then like weird sandwiches. I had to like scrape.
Telling you that 2 for $20 at Applebee's down the road. She just couldn't finish it. She threw it in her purse.
You can't throw it away.
No, you really can't. I mean, Mom's right. Like, you got to keep that.
Well, it's a blessing she had it.
I'm taking out chicken fingers, fried chicken fingers wrapped in napkins.
Jess, honey, is there anything you need from us?
I want
Anything at all?
But I don't know if they'll let me go home.
So that's just the moment there where we make a decision for Jess. You are more than welcome to go back home with your parents. But Project Utopia has let you know that there's an apartment that's been set aside for you here in the building. If you would like to stay here and do some further testing and some qualifications and anything like that for the rest of the weekend and into the week itself, there's no strings attached. The room is just yours. The entire apartment is available. It's fully stocked. It's up to you. That's just something that they want to make available to you in this time of need and time of transition. If you want to go home with your folks and head off with your sponsor and your coach and your parents, you're more than welcome to pile into the big SUV that they probably all came down in together.
Knowing that though and feeling very overwhelmed right now, Jess is just like, I'll get a new phone. My phone was left at the place, but I think it's probably dead because everyone's phone died near there.
All of your stuff has also been brought from the community service location that you dropped everything off, and there's a bag and a little satchel for you that has all of that stuff that was in the locker.
Is my phone working?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have my phone. I probably won't be back at my dorm or at the house for a little bit, but like, I'll be here and I've made some friends. They're kind of strange and weird, but kind of cool. None of them are Satan.
Everybody needs friends, honey. Everybody needs friends.
Yeah, I don't know how I made them my friends.
Do they have metal limbs too?
No, one is kind of green. The other looks like that guy. What's that vampire you liked from that one movie, Mom? You said he was really sexy.
Oh yeah, Edward.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that
Jesus.
Edward.
Hi.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not really hair, but I'm hair.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, one looks like Edward.
Oh, I'm so team Edward.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And yeah, there's someone who's super smart, and then there's an old man who I was not allowed to read to, but they do weird things, and it's like Zeusy kind of, you know, like the Greek whatever, and they're
Yeah, I'm not too keen on the idea of my baby girl hanging out with an old man.
wait,
But if he's your friend, I'll learn to support it. I've been going to these classes. They calls it tough love.
Sorry.
I've been trying to learn.
I love
I'm
it.
gonna slide some business cards over in Jess's direction. You know, if any of your friends want to spend even more time with you, maybe you could all work together.
Yeah, maybe you could work together.
I'll ask. I like take them and I like kind of shove them in my pocket, not carefully. They're probably getting a little crumpled and bent. I'm just like, Mom, can I have the rest of the chicken?
Oh, of course.
We'll close that scene there. And that will be the end of today's session. We have
Perfect.
lots more to get through next week. We will not have Paige here. So there are some NPC bits that we will not be able to touch on with Jess not being here. And
You
also
will be here in spirit.
the customer service bit is going to be really funny without Jess. But we can see that Jess has already said yes to taking on a couple of nights in the apartment and the hopes of finding found family now that we've seen a little bit more about what her biological family looks like. I will pass around my players to give their final greetings, their final goodbyes, and let people know what's coming up for them. If they've got projects they want to illuminate for you, the loyal listener who's hung out. And then I'll wrap things up here. Thanks for going a few minutes overtime with us tonight. Let's start as we began.
Hi, everyone. I'm Velvet. Thank you all for sticking around. You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar. As well as on Fangirls, Morty's Devil, Stories of a Broken Sun, and Flight Risk. Thank you all for sticking around. This was so much fun.
Hi, I'm Nat, Ashes for Foxes on Twitter, and I am the host of Metamachina Podcast, METAMASHINA. Also, Halo Raylo, if you are interested in Star Wars. And yeah, I had a great time tonight. As Ash, I'm going to make Jess pay next time, but in a very gentle, loving way. I'll make her pancakes.
Hi, I'm Carl. You can find me on Twitter as RPG Carl. You can also find me tomorrow night on the We Are Nerdsmith channel doing a City of Mist stream called Obscurum. That is not the music for it.
It is now.
We actually have some really cool, like, jazzy noir music. The whole thing is very like 50s black and white crime noir, but with superpowers.
Love it.
I'm sorry. I just love that you were doing that in that wig. It makes me so happy. I had so much fun with my NPCs. And yeah, I'm Paige. You find me on Twitter as D&D and Paige. And I find me on Mondays on Scraticus Academy, and you can find me here obviously on Tuesdays. And I have some fun projects coming up, some being play tested, and the other ones I can't touch on yet, but as soon as I can, I'm so excited to share them. So I'm very excited to come back in 2 weeks, though, especially, and see what's happened and get pancakes made for me.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah. You can find me on Twitter at RNL, also on Instagram, same at RNL. I'm an artist and photographer. You can find me at mythicmermaidarts.com. I'm here every Tuesday for community service. Aberrant, I play Samantha, and also Stuart.
And I'm Kyle, and I just have a few quick things to say before we sign out. The first is thank you, person on the internet, for watching this YouTube show or watching us here in repeat or watching us live right now, like my wife, who is the owner of What the Force, a Star Wars fan podcast. Check it out. Everyone else has. Anyway, I do an unlistened to podcast, which is not nearly as cool as my wife's podcast, so don't check me out. Go check her out. Meanwhile, I would also like to thank you for hanging out as long as you have tonight for our 2-hour extravaganza. We didn't really make a lot of checks, but this is, without a doubt, an Aberrant 2.0 game on the Onyx Path channel. This is using the Trinity Continuum 2.0 system, and we are very much adherent to it. It's just we're getting a lot of the more background-related stuff and maybe a bit of the Project Utopia pieces coming out now as we're exploring some of our background as we take this game through into Chapter 2 now of this transcendent event. The eruption has happened, as much as everyone hates that word apparently, and we are now going to be moving into some more in-depth character exploration as we find out what it means to be a superhero. Thank you to my players for coming out every week. We play this game and bringing it as you do with these strong, solid character choices that are just, well, they're genuinely amazing and wonderful to watch. My face hurts from smiling from this scenes tonight, and I could not envision a better way to spend a couple hours on a Tuesday night. So, thank you so much for showing up. And lastly, thanks to Onyx Path for giving us a forum here to create this game and an opportunity to play a manuscript game that's not even fully written and published yet. We are looking forward to seeing that come down the road as things are happening, but check out what Onyx Path is doing on a weekly basis. At the end of this stream, we'll throw up the weekly stream list. There are some amazing games that are being played, like a Pugmire game and a couple of Vampire games that are just, they just blow me away every time I get a chance to see them. So please take the time to check that out. And from me to all of you, you're not a member of community unless you can perform some sort of service in it. So look at the people around you, recognize the community you're in, and do your best to be of service to it. Thanks. Have a great night.